He gets up and like pulls down his pants in front of my face. And he's like, come on, just do it. Just do it. No, come on. And I'm like, I don't want to. You know, he could go to jail for that. And I'm like, no shit.
I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. I just bought a pistol, it got 30 rounds. Pull up.
Okay. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. We are back with another story time. I'm gonna be giving you the story time of how dudes are weird and they just don't respect your boundaries. I'm gonna give you a story time about a dude, but yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do all that jazz. Basically, this started back at the end of senior year, and I met this dude. He came up to me when I was in the library while I was doing work, and he was just talking to me, okay? And then later on, after class was over, he gave me his Snapchat, okay? Now, this was literally like the beginning, this had to have been like the beginning of summer, right? Am I tripping? Yeah, this was the beginning of summer, okay? And at this time, school was out, so that whole summer I hung out with the boy and I met his family. Well, some of his family. I really met most of his family, but most of all I met his cousins, the cousin's fiance, the cousin's kids, his other cousins, and that whole summer I would really go over to him and his cousin's house because that's literally where they would be every weekend. He would be over there a lot, so whenever he would be over there, he would ask for me to come over. So whenever I went over there, sometimes I would sleep over there. We would just like party, we would make content, we would just have fun. So I know I started to like develop a crush or whatever, and I never really told him, but I feel like he could tell that I started to have a crush on him. Now, he would flirt back, like he would give me those signs like that he would actually be fucking with me, like, and my dumbass took it like it was real, but it wasn't. I got the idea that he kind of liked me or whatever. Then come around this party. He plans this party and invites all these kids from our high school. And while the party is going, you know, before anyone comes, he's talking to me and, you know, we're just chatting, we're just talking. And as soon as everyone else comes, he starts talking to these other girls, flirting with them. Like, I was getting jealous. I was getting so jealous. So I started to smoke a lot, drink a lot. Like, I was getting myself wasted. I was getting fucked up. I end up throwing up at the end of the party and making myself sick because I don't know. I was going through so much in my head while looking at him talking to the other girls. Like, it was really messing with me. After that whole incident happened, things kind of got weird between us, where like, I don't know, we would be talking, but we wouldn't be talking too much. And towards like, I want to say November, December, I kind of stopped talking to him for like 2 months, okay? Like 2 months straight. I wasn't really talking to him, but I did go over to his cousin's house because his other cousin, I was cool with him, and he would ask for me to come over. We would play the video game a lot. During November, December, I was not talking to him. And then January, I remember I started a new job at the mall and I started to get paid or whatever. Me and his other cousin would do stuff, like go out and go do fun stuff. And back, I want to say in January is when I started talking to him again, okay? Because this one day, I remember going over to his cousin's house and I said the name, y'all. I remember going over to his cousin's house and he was there. He was sitting in the living room when I saw him when I was walking in, and I was like, I was a little shocked because I have not talked to him or seen him in that long. and I didn't say nothing when I saw him. I just kind of like walked past him and said hey to everybody else. But after that, you know, he was talking to me that day. He started to like start a little conversation with me, and we were cool. Like leading up to January, up to June, his oldest cousin was having a wedding because he was getting married to his fiance. Yeah, so just to remind y'all, the boy that I liked, he had two cousins. They lived in the same apartment. One cousin was married to his fiance, well, engaged to his fiance, and the other cousin, he just lived in the basement, and he was like 20 something, and the other one was like 30. His oldest cousin was having a wedding that was coming up, and his fiance asked for me to be one of her bridesmaids. And then on top of that, his other cousin asked for the boy that, you know, the boy, he asked his cousin to be a groomsman and asked his other cousin to be a groomsman. So I was going to be at the wedding with him. So from like, I want to say March to like January, we were really working on the wedding, working on the dances, working on how we're going to be walking. Like that was being pre-planned. Okay. So I was spending a lot more time with, you know, the boys and him. I want to say this was towards the time the wedding was coming up. Okay. And I remember why I keep saying his name, y'all. I remember him and his other cousin. They invited over me and my other friend that I used to talk to. I'm not friends with her no more, but those two invited us over, okay? And when we came over, we were drinking, we were playing these games or whatever, and then we ended up switching to playing Truth or Dare, okay? Now, the dares, you know, they were fun at first, and then they started to get a little serious, okay? They started to get a little serious. My friend, she dared him to kiss me. So I was a little scared, but I mean, this is at the time where I didn't like him anymore at the point. Like, after we stopped talking around January, December, I stopped liking him, and I wasn't really on him like that. Like, I wasn't really feeling him like that. And at that time, even when I did like him, like, even when I did have a crush on him, I mean, he did seem like he liked me, but I mean, at the same time, he just seemed like he would like anything that is in his space and that he's interested in, you know? I was like, I don't even care because I don't even like you no more, so it's not gonna make a difference. So I did it, okay? We did it. We kissed. Cool. And then after the game was over, it was like getting late. Like it was like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I was tired. I was so tired. I'm laying on a couch, okay? They have this couch. It's like a, I don't know, like it has two sides, but they're like bent. So it's like this side and then this side. Like it's like this type of couch. Like there's one, you can lay your body long ways this way, and you can lay your body long ways this way, but it's like connected, okay? So as my friend, she left to go home, I'm left with the boy that I like, well, I used to like, and then his cousin. So his cousin was laying on this side of the couch right here because, I mean, he's pretty short, so his little body could fit on this long side couch right here. And I was laying right here, and the boy that I used to like, he was laying like, I want to say next to me, but he was kind of next to me and he was kind of next to his cousin, but his cousin was kind of like at the end of the couch because he wasn't really up here, he was like down here. The boy, he's like trying to talk to me, trying to say like what you trying to do, or, you know, like trying to have a conversation, to try to like do something, like to try to escalate what we did earlier and to do something more. I don't remember how we even started talking about it, but he was just talking about the kiss, and I was just telling him like, you know, your kiss was great, but you need a little bit of work, because it wasn't all that, like all that hype that I was thinking about, like you're not all that. I was like, you know, you could have used a little bit of work. And At this time, his cousin was sleeping. Like, his cousin was slumped. So it's just me and him talking in the living room. He was like, let me try it again. And I'm like, for what? And I'm like, I'm not really caring. He was like, I can prove to you that I'm better. So we kissed again. You know, we were kissing more and more, but then I stopped it because I'm like, that was it. That's it. And he's trying to ask me like, would you as soon as I'm done kissing him, because I'm like, I don't want to do it no more. Like, would you no, because I don't want to. And he's like, come on, just do it. No, come on. And I'm like, I don't want to. And at this time, you know, he's still laying down. I'm still laying down. And after that, like, I kind of moved down from the couch because I'm like, I don't want to do nothing. Like, he gets up. And he's like, come on, just please, just do it. Yeah. He gets up and, like, pulls down his pants in front of my face. And he, like, whips it out in front of my face. It's like, come on, just do it. Just please, just do it. No. Like, I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, bro, put that down. Like, put that away, please. Like, I just said, no, I don't want to. Like, why do you keep asking me if I want to? I don't want to. And I felt really uncomfortable after that. Like, and I was just like, bro, please, I'm going to sleep, please. No. So after that, I ain't gonna lie, I faded out and I went to sleep. And I woke up feeling so, like, hours later, I remember waking up and I see the boys playing on the video game. Like, I remember waking up and just seeing them sitting in front of me playing the video games in front of the TV. So I wake up and I'm just like, I'm in disbelief a little bit, but I'm like, I know you did not just do that to me. Like, and it's just very, it just made me look at him so differently because I'm like, it just really disgusted me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I could never look at that man the same. I could never really talk to him. After I left the house, I remember not telling nobody about the situation until I was comfortable enough to told my friend. I told my friend about the situation, and crazy thing is, he's friends with him, but I didn't suspect him to tell him what I said. So I told my friend as soon as it happened because I felt so uncomfortable and I didn't know what to do. And then as soon as the wedding comes around, like literally the night before the wedding comes around, we all drive to Chicago because that's where the wedding is, right? And the whole day I just realized why I keep saying his name. Why do I keep saying his name? I realized the boy, he was acting weird towards me the whole trip before the wedding. And I'm like, what is wrong with him, right? Towards the nighttime, we outside one of their family's house because we had to drop off something and then we were gonna go sleep somewhere else. The oldest cousin pulls me to the side and it's like, the only reason why is acting weird towards you is because he heard that you told someone that he sexually assaulted you and made you feel uncomfortable, that he told you to suck it or whatever, like, you know, basically what I told my friend. And I was in shock when he told me that because I'm like, why would you tell them that? Like, that was none of their business, bro. Like, and on top of that, I trusted you with that information, so why would you go tell them what I told you? I told him not to go do that, dumbass. So I was in disbelief, and at that time I was scared to admit to it because I didn't want, like, I was with their whole family, bro. I was with their whole family. So imagine me admitting to it. So he stood there and told me that, right? Josh comes up to him and standing right next to him. So he's hearing everything that he's saying to me. And I'm in disbelief because I'm like, bro, I can't believe this man really told him. And at that time, it was like in the heat of the moment, and I was like, no, I never said that. Like, why would he say that? And his oldest cousin was like, well, that's what he heard, you know, And, you know, that's some serious things. He was like, oh, I keep saying his name. He was like, you know, he could go to jail for that. And I'm like, no shit. In my head, I'm like, no shit. But like outside, I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about. So, yeah, that was really the end of the story. The end of it all really is I don't really talk to them no more. None of their family members, no one. Like, I don't talk to them no more. I cut them completely off. But yeah, that's the end of my story time. That was a very long story time, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys loved it. I'm gonna be giving y'all more juicy story times, but like, subscribe, comment, let me know. Ooh, you know what? Let me know if you ever had a moment where a boy has made you feel uncomfortable, because I feel like we all had that moment where like people just don't know their boundaries or respect. But yeah, y'all, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see y'all next week.